Tiki Team? Welcome to the channel. My name's Spesh, helping you conquer the Horde. And today, Treyarch released a behind-the-scenes video with Craig Houston highlighting where we have been in the Dark Aether storyline and where we are going. All in the build-up to the brand new Forsaken map coming in just a couple of days. I have not seen this yet. I have no idea what it's going to be, but I guarantee to you there is going to be some Forsaken gameplay. We're going to be breaking all this down right now for you. Unedited, nothing. Let's just take a look. If I look like I just woke up, it's because I did. Without further ado, let's check out this behind-the-scenes look with Craig Houston. Let's do it. That was a look at America.
I'm Craig Houston. I'm the lead writer at Treyarch.
Hi, Craig.
As we prepare
This is my cat.
Season 6 and the finale.
He just tried to attack me.
We thought it might be nice to take a little look back at where we've come from and learn how we got to where we are.
Lay it on me, Craig.
When we kicked off the Dark Aether story with the launch of Black Ops Cold War, our initial map, Die Machina, was really the one that showed how this story had come to be. It delved into Nazi experiments from the end of World War II, where they hoped to turn the tide of the war by harnessing the powers of a cyclotron.
Commencing cyclotron test run
Okay.
number 12.
Wonderful.
Dr. Kurtz, please proceed.
Unfortunately for them, what they actually succeeded in doing was ripping a hole into a dimension known as the Dark Aether.
Kurtz, cut the powers!
Hang on. When they show Craig again, I gotta check
The Red
something.
Army discovered what the Nazis had
If you guys know how zombies works, there's a sticky note on there.
to try and seal
Hold
the
on.
rift, and that meant someone had to be volunteered to go inside and seal it up from the inside.
Kazimir Zykov.
Service, Comrade Lazarev. There is a machine I need you to deactivate. Understood?
Da. Congratulations, товарищ. You're going to be a hero of the Soviet Union.
As players explored Die Machina, they were introduced to a new cast
They'll
of
show it
characters who would
eventually.
be guiding them, specifically the Requiem team, led by Grigori Weaver and assisted by Major Carver, Dr.
What does it say? It's just a bunch of oh, is that Samantha Maxis? Samantha Maxis and Grigori Weaver playing tic-tac-toe. That's adorable. Let's keep going.
Strauss and Dr. Gray. As time progressed, we also learned a lot more about our bitter rivals, a Soviet-led unit known as Omega Group. As time went on, we would learn more about their hierarchy too, most notably a familiar face from Black Ops 1, Kravchenko. As we'd seen in Die Machina, Samantha Maxis was determined to stay in the field and continue her own investigations.
You have to turn yourself in. The CIA can protect you. I can protect you.
I can't do that, Weaver. The Omega Group have plans for the outbreak zones.
And this is something that led us on to our next map, which was Firebase C.
Alright.
Welcome to Vietnam.
As players progressed through the Firebase C map, they worked with Ravenov, a former Omega Group soldier who had decided that he couldn't stomach what they were doing and maybe perhaps...
Do you guys remember when me and a couple other of the zombies YouTubers were saying that Ravenov was controlling the zombies? You guys remember that? Yeah, because like the announcer had like a Russian voice. Wild theories, man. Wild theories cooked up on YouTube, man.
seek out new allies. Amongst those allies was Agent Maxis herself.
I am not a traitor to my country. Omega are not who we are.
And it was his intel that led her to Firebase C, where, sadly, she ran afoul of another new character, Dr. Peck.
Dr. Beck.
This is a poor little lost girl. No one, least of all you, can bring her back.
This looks really good without having a HUD on it.
To cooperate with Dr. Peck, he threw her into the Dark Aether.
No one is coming for you because no one cares about you.
Oh.
From dust you are.
I like how they're playing a lot of the intels with this.
Don't know how long I've been waiting for an answer, but I am here.
Hi, buddy.
And I have been waiting for a long
This is my cat.
Upon Maxis' return,
His name's
Ravenov
Rue.
warned us that Omega Group were undertaking operations in the Ural Mountains, something that would become very important as the story progressed. We were also introduced to Omega Group's leader, Kravchenko, who was not at all pleased nor was another senior member of Omega staff,
Valentina. Yeah, boy. Oh, Outbreak, baby!
So, as we took our operations to the Ural Mountains, we introduced a brand new mode for zombies, which was Outbreak. The game kind of opened up in a way that isn't always possible with round-based maps. Narratively, Outbreak was a lot of fun because this was the first time really that Requiem had gone on the offensive. They undertook Operation Threshold, a series of experiments led by the different members of the Requiem cast with their own specialities to understand the Dark Aether, understand the enemy.
Outbreak is a really cool mode. Like, people hate on Outbreak, but Outbreak is actually an incredible new mode. They just gotta try it out some more. It's really cool.
Maxis were going behind Weaver's back. And this led us to a whole mission involving a Russian program called Operacja Inversia. As players moved through this mission, they discovered that the Omega Group had built something called the Reality Inversion Warheads.
This power is too dangerous for either Omega or Requiem.
With the help of Dr. Zykov, by the way. Just saying.
We dump them in the middle of the Pacific.
Following the events of Operacja Inversia, players got the opportunity to undertake another main quest, this time Operation Excision.
Been a long time, Weaver.
Didn't work out very well for us, by the way.
You've got some balls using this line after what you and Sam did.
Been contacted by a group of Omega scientists. They wish to defect.
Unfortunately, as we discovered at the end of that main quest, the whole thing was a trap, and the strike team were captured by Kravchenko and Omega.
To lure Requiem's so-called elite strike team into a trap. Fortunately, crushing helicopters is easy.
Requiem.
Dicks out for Raptor 1, fellas. Dicks out for Raptor 1.
After the players had worked with Ravenov and Maxis in Operacja Inversia, we learned that Maxis has got herself in a little bit of trouble, going behind Weaver's back, but perhaps more importantly, going behind the Director's back.
Hey! Take your hands off me!
You're to undergo some additional testing.
Why are you doing this?
Orders from the Director.
Maxis is to be taken to a secure facility known as Block 8, where she will undergo certain experiments.
By the Director, who might be Eddie. Who might be Eddie. We don't
Operation
know.
Excision and the subsequent capture by Omega Group of the strike team, we moved to Marder Toten. And this time we're going to be working under the command of Omega Group themselves.
I have work for them in Berlin. A certain member of our organization has gone to ground recently.
This map was so cool.
Their absence. I believe they are scheming against us.
Valentina has actually been seeking to enact a plan that is laying dormant from the end of World War II. Which
Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite Cold War Zombies map so far? Let me know in the comments, because I'm interested. Mauer is definitely my favorite, like, gameplay-wise so far.
After defeating Valentina and her Nazi army, players escape with help from a rather unexpected source. A portal opens that allows them to teleport right back to Requiem HQ, and it becomes clear that Samantha Maxis
Shout out Samantha Maxis.
is in power.
Shout out Samantha Maxis. Alright, this is where we're going to start learning about all the new juicy stuff, everybody.
Intel, we learn more
We're about to learn
of the
about
experiments that
all
she's
the new
undergone
juicy
with the
Forsaken
Director.
stuff. Let's go.
You going to electrocute me again?
I really hope it doesn't come to that, but I know what you're capable of. I just want to see it for myself.
We learn more about exactly how the Dark Aether has changed her, and more about what that could potentially mean for the future in Season 6. We also learn more about an entity in the Dark Aether known as the Forsaken. Were this creature to make it into our world, it would probably mean the end of life as we know it. One of the things that we learned in Marder Toten was that, in reality, Omega Group were actually building the Reality Inversion warheads to destroy the Forsaken. So that's something we kind of messed up. So now they've developed a new plan. They believe they can bring it into our world and perhaps harness its powers as the ultimate weapon.
Terrible idea.
A solution is necessary. It must be dealt with.
Colonel, there has been a change of plan, Gore. Peck and I are developing a new solution for the Forsaken. Rest assured, if it is successful, it will mean salvation for the Soviet Union. We will be heralded as heroes.
Amongst the many pieces of intel that we found in Outbreak, we learned more about a character called Zykov, who was
Papa
actually
Z.
a Red Army soldier who went into the cyclotron back in World War II to seal it up, and he's been trapped in the Dark Aether for a very long time, and he wants to get out. Now aware of Omega's plans for the Forsaken, Requiem need all the allies they can get.
Zykov, he may be the only one who truly knows the Forsaken.
Are we suggesting we somehow break this lost Russian out of the Dark Aether?
Poor bastard's been in there longer than anyone.
He promises them that if they can release him from his prison, he might be the deciding factor in overcoming both the Forsaken and Omega.
But what if he is the Forsaken?
Move into the climax of season 6.
Let's go.
We're going to finally focus on Omega Group's final operation, Operacja Izbavitelj. This map takes place in a facsimile of an American town, something that the Soviets and Omega Group have been using for many years for training purposes. This location is unique because Omega Group have identified this
Chris
as
Last looks so
a
good.
specific place where the veil between our world
Ooh,
and
that's
the
a new
Dark
one.
Aether is
That's the loading
active,
part.
and that's why they believe they can extract the Forsaken.
Hang on, let's go back really quick. That was the loading screen that we're going to be getting for Forsaken, right?
Specific
Starts
place
right here.
where the veil between our world and that of the Dark Aether is
Ooh,
at its thinnest.
that looks
That's
so
why
good.
They believe they can extract the Forsaken. Well, this final round-based zombies map represents the climax of the Black Ops Cold War zombie story. It's not the end of the Dark Aether story. Eagle-eyed, eagle-eared players might have noticed that we've been sowing the seeds of some other things.
Yeah, you
that
have.
also harken back to World War II.
Mm-hmm.
The Dark Aether story will continue and expand in Call of Duty Vanguard.
Yes, sir. Ooh, it looks so good. Give us a teaser. No! Alright. Hang on, right back here really quick. I want to see if there's anything like in this area. So this is obviously where they're going to be opening up a portal. You can come in through the side right here.
And that of the Dark Aether is
Alright, is there anything we can see? We see this portal up here, but that is it. There's a... looks like a bullfrog by and a crafting station right over here. But otherwise, I think that is it.
at its thinnest. And that's why they believe they...
Alright, so no real brand new information in there. But if you did not already know the storyline up to and through Call of Duty Black Ops DLC for Forsaken, now you got it. Shout out to this guy. I don't know which side he's going to be on for me. This side, this guy, Craig Houston, he basically just told us the entire Black Ops Cold War Zombies Dark Aether storyline. We're going to have tons more coming this week for the new Forsaken map. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.